At 67, Mark felt a throbbing in his legs he just couldn't ignore. It started as a dull ache, a feeling of heaviness that settled deep in his calves after his daily walk. But soon, the ache became a constant, burning companion. Dark, rope-like veins started bulging against his skin, and with them came a fear he hadn't anticipated. His daily walks, the very thing that symbolized his freedom and vitality, were becoming unbearable. He imagined a future tethered to a chair, his independence slowly draining away with the faulty circulation in his legs. It felt like a verdict, a sign his best years were behind him. But Mark was wrong. He stumbled upon a simple home routine that didn't just manage his symptoms, it dramatically reduced them, getting him back on his feet and back to his life faster than he ever imagined. And today, I'm going to share that exact strategy with you.
Because what worked for Mark can work for you too.
The fastest way to clear varicose veins for men over 60.
If you're a man over 60, Mark's story probably sounds familiar. You might have noticed that feeling of heaviness in your legs, the persistent aching, or the swelling around your ankles, especially at the end of the day. Maybe you've seen the dark blue or purple veins twisting just beneath your skin. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a medical condition called chronic venous insufficiency, and those bulging lines are varicose veins. So what's actually happening inside your legs? Think of your veins as a one-way highway for blood to travel back to your heart. Tiny valves inside these veins act like gates, opening to let blood through and closing to stop it from flowing backward. But as we age, these valves can weaken. For men over 60, factors like genetics, a lifetime of standing or sitting, and natural changes in vein elasticity can cause these gates to fail. When the valves leak, gravity takes over, and blood begins to pool in the lower legs. This increased pressure is what causes the veins to stretch, twist, and bulge. It's the source of that throbbing, aching, and heaviness you feel. It's an invisible anchor, weighing you down and making simple activities feel like monumental tasks. This condition is incredibly common, affecting up to 40% of men by age 60, and the risk only increases as you get older. But feeling this way is not your destiny. The idea that you just have to live with it is a myth we need to bust right now. Your at-home action plan. Many men believe their only options are to either endure the pain or undergo expensive, invasive surgery. But that's not the whole story. While medical treatments are effective and sometimes necessary, they aren't the only answer. In fact, for managing the daily symptoms of pain and swelling, the fastest and most effective strategy begins right at home. Doctors call this conservative management, and it's the very first approach they recommend to provide relief and prevent the condition from getting worse. Mark's discovery wasn't a magic pill or a secret herbal cure. It was a combination of powerful, evidence-based techniques that work together to fight gravity and improve circulation. This isn't about cosmetic perfection overnight. This is about reclaiming your quality of life, reducing that daily pain, and getting back to the activities you love without your legs holding you back. This three-part strategy is your new foundation for healthier veins. Step 1, the engine, the seated muscle pump. Your second step is to turn your own muscles into an engine for your circulation. Your calf muscles are so important, they're often called your second heart. When you contract them, they squeeze the deep veins in your legs, powerfully pumping blood upward. Regular exercise that activates this calf muscle pump is crucial. But for many men over 60, high-impact exercise isn't always an option due to joint pain or other concerns. The great news is you don't need to run a marathon. You can create a powerful pumping action right from your chair. These 3 simple, low-impact exercises can be done anywhere, anytime, with no special equipment. First, seated heel and toe raises. Sit tall in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift your heels off the ground, pushing up onto your tiptoes. Hold for a couple of seconds, feeling the contraction in your calves. Then slowly lower them. Now, keep your heels on the ground and lift your toes up toward your shins. Hold that for a second. That's one representative. Aim for 10 to 15 reps of this cycle, twice a day. This directly fires up the calf pump. Second, seated leg lifts. While still seated, extend one leg straight out in front of you, keeping your knee straight. Hold it for about 5 seconds, feeling the muscles in your thigh engage. Slowly lower it back down. Now do the same with the other leg. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg. This strengthens the quadriceps and helps support blood flow in the entire leg. Third, ankle rotations. This is probably the easiest one, and you can do it while watching TV. Lift one foot slightly off the floor and slowly rotate your foot in a circle at the ankle. Do 10 circles in one direction, then 10 in the other. Switch legs and repeat. This gentle movement keeps blood from getting stagnant in your lower legs and feet.
Quick pause. Before we continue, here's something worth knowing. If you've been feeling frustrated or even embarrassed about changes in bedroom performance, sensitivity, stamina, or desire, you're not alone. And it's not your fault. There's a 100% natural solution that's already helped thousands of men feel confident and energized again. No pills, no injections, no procedures, no surgery, no risky shortcuts. Just a simple, easy home remedy you can make at home, designed to support what researchers are now calling the manhood molecule, a key factor for arousal, blood flow, and lasting power. Find out more. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Check it out. It could be the very thing you've been looking for. Okay, now, let's get back to today's topic.
Step 2, the amplifier. Reverse gravity. The final piece of our home care puzzle is also the easiest. Leg elevation. Think of it as the power booster for your routine. While compression and exercise actively push blood up, elevation lets gravity do the work for you. The principle is simple. By raising your legs above the level of your heart, you allow pooled blood to drain away naturally, which instantly relieves pressure on your veins. This simple act provides immediate relief from swelling and aching. The best part is how easily it fits into your day. When you sit down to watch TV in the evening, prop your legs up on a few pillows or an ottoman. Aim to do this for 15 to 30 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day. Combining this with gentle ankle flexes, like the ones from your exercise routine, can amplify the effect. Lying on the floor and resting your legs up against a wall is another highly effective option. While these home strategies can't make varicose veins disappear cosmetically, they are incredibly powerful for managing the symptoms that mess with your daily life. You can't cure the underlying valve damage at home, but you absolutely can control the pain, swelling, and discomfort. This compression, exercise, and elevation is the fastest way to get significant relief without medical procedures. If this information has been helpful, please share it with a friend or family member who might be struggling in silence. And I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me, what's the one activity you want to get back to without leg pain getting in the way? When home care isn't enough. This home routine is incredibly effective for managing symptoms, and you should feel a noticeable reduction in pain and swelling within the first week or so. However, it's crucial to know when it's time to see a doctor. Home care manages symptoms. It doesn't cure the underlying venous insufficiency. If your symptoms don't improve or they get worse, it's time to seek a professional evaluation. There are specific red flags you should never ignore. If you develop skin ulcers or sores near the varicose veins, often around the ankles, if a vein starts to bleed, or if you experience persistent pain, heat, and severe swelling in one leg, you need to see a doctor immediately. These could be signs of more serious complications, like an infection or a blood clot known as deep vein thrombosis, DVT, which can be life-threatening. A vascular specialist can use an ultrasound to get a clear picture of what's happening inside your veins and figure out the best course of action. Modern medical treatments are nothing like the vein stripping surgeries of the past. Minimally invasive procedures like endovenous laser therapy, EVLT, or radiofrequency ablation, RFA, can close off the damaged vein from the inside with incredible success rates of 90% or higher, and they're done as outpatient procedures with very little downtime. These treatments are safe and highly effective, even for men in their 60s and beyond. That heavy, throbbing anchor in your legs does not have to be your new normal. You have the power to fight back, starting today, right in your own home. Remember Mark. He thought his independence was slipping away, but he reclaimed it. By consistently following this simple routine, performing seated exercises to pump your blood, and elevating your legs to let gravity help, you can take control of your symptoms and dramatically improve your quality of life. This isn't about a miracle cure. It's about taking practical, proven steps to manage your health so you can stay active and independent for years to come. Your mobility is your freedom. Don't let varicose veins dictate the terms. Take control, start this routine, and feel the difference for yourself.